Hello, this is Priscilla Batzell. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery. This is a 12 by 12 inch canvas, and I have covered it with one coat of experimental Crimson Lust. Just one coat, and so it's not too perfect. But it is dry and has been for some days, and nice and shiny, and has some good color. But I've been inspired by an artist I found on Facebook who's obviously successful and well known. I believe his name was Brian Rutenberg, but he inspired me to go. He does landscapes that remind me of my geometrics, and so I'm going to use my Prizm Pours and Primary Elements and just add some lines to the canvas and fill in. And I don't know what's going to be left of what's here, but I'm just going to have some fun. And that is my sour lemon with a little bit of orange. In this case, it used to be Orange Crush. Now it's Vivid Intense. This is some, I believe, saffron. And I'm just going to go along and use whatever's handy that doesn't have too many Klingons. Create some textures. I'm going to use a little bit of my Jasmine, which used to be called Hot Orchid, and I'm just going to go on about my business, sans cat hairs. And I suppose I could use cell activator, but that's not really part of this process right now. I figured if I really wanted some, I could do it tomorrow. Now, I used a dirty card, and you can see that there's lines being left behind. And I kind of thought about that in advance, and I like the idea of adding some texture. That is Tuscan Sun. And I might as well use the sour lemon. This time I'll bring back a little bit of frosted berry. A little more jasmine, primary element. A little orange crush over here. And maybe a little bit more jasmine over here also. And I'm going to use my dirty card. Now when he does his abstracted landscapes, they have a lot of verticals, which I really like, which remind me of trees. I have all kinds of smaller tools. I have Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas, and because the canvas is dry, if I want to put something down and leave a line behind by scraping up, I can do that. But I like to take my residuals and lots of times I think I'm going to use all kinds of different cards, but I just wind up using one thing for quite a while because I like to use the residuals. I just decided to break in another pair of paint pans today. I was awful sad. I came in to mix some paint or move some paint around or do something, and I wound up touching my clean pants with paint, so I've retired my crusty armor. This is Wild Orchid. I think I'm going to use a little bit. I could use some Chantilly lace, and I might still do that, but the frosted berry doesn't hurt my feelings any. And I've got some Mystique, and I hope I ordered some more because this is the end of this. And this is a primary element. And I ought to contemplate using a new card. And I think I'm really happy with the color scheme that I've got. So I think I'm just going to put some more jasmine down here. And as it strikes me, like this is the Prizm Pour Midnight Shadow. And I suppose it takes a certain amount of instinct to just pick up the colors I've got. And I keep looking at the back to see what's showing. But honestly, as long as the colors are beautiful and you're a little bit aware that yellow and blue will make green, and if you don't want it to be a mucky green, as long as you keep your eye on things. I'm really enjoying the colors showing through from the background. The shimmer and the color are both good. And I like that Mystique. So I think I'm going to use some more of that in a second. I thought I was going to put a bunch of paint down in my palette dish. But as long as I can use the canvas, I don't think that that's a problem. I like making those marks though. The ones I just put down are good. And turquoise and pink make beautiful blue. I don't know how long this is going to take me. So I put 2 marks down, but my intention was to just make them, to utilize the excess paint. And where I have excess paint in a little puddle, that's a good place to pick it up. And I really like that midnight shadow with these colors. And as long as I'm using this card as a paintbrush, I like that little square. I think I'm good with that. And I don't forget that I can scrape up and expose the color behind. And when I get accidental marks that are cool like that, I'm going to leave them. I'm being called to, let's see if I'm really being called or not. I'm being called to, yes I am, some Fandango sans the color of paint that comes off when I take the cap off. This is one of those bottles that I increased the size, the diameter of the spout by putting a hot chopstick down in there. Okay, so here goes nothing. Yeah, I like that. And I think I like it even more when I combine some turquoise with it. Whoops, wrong side. Oh well, too late now. Actually, that wrong side will be perfect for adding some more color down here. I like those colors together. I think that was a perfect choice, honestly. I should be willing to flip the turntable around, but I think it's a little clogged with paint bottles right now, so if I move a couple out of the way, I might be able to try it from, let's see, try it from a different direction, see what's going on. I'm going to go back to the Mystique. And I do use GAC 800 by Golden to keep my paint from cracking. So if I did happen to lay down a line like this one and I wanted to leave it, I could do that. I think it's a little unfortunate I went to both sides. So I have to get a painty finger out of this deal. It's a pretty mild geometric as they go. But that, the Brian Rutenberg, the geometrics that, or the geometric feeling forests that he does, forgot the end of my sentence, they just remind me that I should free myself up from any constraints. Now, I was thinking about putting some white or some black in here, but I think what I'm going to try and do first is use a little bit of Chantilly lace and see how I like that. He didn't have any black or white in his, he had like no negative space, which was kind of cool to see somebody get away with. I think I'm going to wipe off one side of this so I get to see what that Chantilly lace, it's going to just, oh, you know what, I like that. Thought about using some Mayan gold, but I really don't think it needs it. So this is kind of sheer, which is nice, and it will just dry sparkly. Come on, out of the way. It helps if my paint bottles are stuck down too. I think one more go. These are colors I used to use when I did my first geometrics that were my favorites. I think a little bit more pink, and then I'm going to call it good. I think I'm happy. I don't think it needs anything else except for a little love and maybe a new home. So I do sell my artwork. And I do give classes at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. And I could say that I could work on this for a while. And I see here that I've left something undone. And I want a little pink down there for some reason. But I'm loving my background color choice. Even more than I anticipated. And it looks good from from more than one angle. I like it every direction I've seen it so far. I gotta be a little nervous. When I have a big blob of paint, I can usually press down on the card and spread it out, but I'm not sure I really want to that much. I see there's a few bubbles, which means it would be good to torch. I brought out a toothy tool just in case I wanted to see what that looked like. And I'm going to wipe that off on a cloth. I do like what that looks like. And if I had one with just a couple, maybe I'll just use a spatula. Yeah, I don't mind the spatula either. I definitely like leaving behind accidental colors like I just did. I'm going to steal a little more paint there. Pop that bubble and leave a new mark. Do I really want that mark there? No. It's nice to think that I could use the leftover paint that's on my tool, but I'm not always confident. I haven't got a lot of practice with it yet, and I'd like to do that, more of that. Just dip it in and bring it along. That's got great texture and fabulous colors, and I think I better stop before I do something I'll regret. And I don't regret anything yet. And it would be an awful lot fun to play with this. I have another larger canvas, a 20 by 20 or 24 by 24. I'm not sure, it's been kicking around for a long time with I kept trying to coat it with the Jasmine over and over again back when it was a Prizm Pour and Hot Orchid. Anyway, let me zoom in on this real quick. And that's gorgeous. And it didn't need any black. That Midnight Shadow was just enough dark. And I like the little bit of Chantilly lace I put in there. It does remind me of something from a long time ago. But I'm really surprised by how much I appreciate the Crimson Lust. It looked terrible in the bottle and it looks great on the canvas. So Hopefully you'll agree with me. Yeah, I don't always stop playing when I say I will. I love you guys. I want you to take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Please give me a thumbs up. No, I appreciate you much. I post at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think I said I sell my artwork and I give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, but it bears repeating. Thank you guys for the donations. Those of you who join my channel for $9.99 a month are probably enjoying the members only library. Those of you who donate through PayPal know that you're intrinsic to my survival here at YouTube, and thank you so much for being there. And if I can ever give you a consultation, that comes with the territory of giving a donation. I have a link tree, and I also, near the link tree, we have a coupon code for Colour Arte products, Primary Elements, Prizm Pours, and everything else Colour Arte sells. And my coupon code is there. The coupon is usually around 15%. It can be more. You should look for special sales from time to time. My community board will show you tomorrow's video, and you can leave me comments there. You can leave me questions in the communications, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I want to thank you for your kind words and your comments. You keep my morale boosted. I really appreciate that. On my link tree, you're going to find my new website under construction. My old website's still there. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links. My Facebook group is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Appreciation Group. And there's all kinds of great stuff. Society 6 and Legallerist. My email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com. I'm going to get down here and try and shimmer this at you again. The colors are fabulous. And I do use Jasmine gloss varnish in my mixtures. My paint pouring recipe is below the video. That's gorgeous. And this will dry very glassy and beautiful. And I don't mind that there's some little texture in there, and I love the background showing through. And I love you guys too. I think I said already, take care of yourselves, but I'll tell you, I love you. You inspire the heck out of me. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you come again. I post pretty much 7 days a week, and yes, I'm messing with messing with my camera while I'm trying to hold my phone. Okay, look on Instagram for the flyover, which I will make in a moment, of the wet painting, and then I'll repost it on Facebook. So I'll say goodbye for now. I'll see you anon. Priscilla out. Hope you had a great holiday season.